Hey, we're Blind Pursuit.
This is another great episode of ETX Rocks featuring the Bluez Boyz.
From the unknown to the stars, from the couch to the car, from the unheralded and the unheard, to the legends and beyond, it's where we all belong. Yes, this is where it all starts. From every genre, from every plane, this is where the music's played. So tune right in, won't you bring a friend? This is where it all begins. Welcome to the show, let the music flow of every style and creed. And you can bet your socks that ETX rocks, ETX rocks.
Hey guys, Boston Chris here with the ETX Rocks Show, and y'all are tuned into the 252nd episode of the show. Now today's guests come to you all the way from Tyler, Texas, bringing 5 nominations for Blues Band of the Year along with others from the ETX Music Awards. We are talking to the Bluez Boyz. You guys can also check out their first episode with us, which was episode 26, when they were known as Bobby Edwards and the Blue Cats. But it's been a while since we talked to these guys, and so we're really excited. With an authentic sound, Bobby Edwards, Ronnie Edwards, and Landon Green keep folks out of their seats and on the dance floor at every single show. Guys, we are really excited to introduce everybody out there to the Bluez Boyz. Y'all check it out.
Hey guys, it's Ali Venable. I'm here at Everything That Blings. Thank you for tuning in to the ETX Rocks Show.
All right, so we have Bobby Edwards, Ronnie Edwards, and Landon Green here on the ETX Rocks Show set, a.k.a. our living room. And welcome, you guys. How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
So, we had y'all on the show a couple times, actually. We had you on during the pre-jam at the, I think it was 2016 ETX Music Awards out there in Marshall. And, of course, April Taz interviewed some of you guys early on in our project. So here it is, almost 250 episodes later, and we finally have you guys back on. It's a huge treat to have you all out.
Hey, we're happy to be here.
Now, Bobby is a legendary blues man here in East Texas. He won't tell you that, but I'm telling you that. Just a phenomenal blues voice and guitarist, and I've been doing it for years, haven't you?
Yeah, a long time. Started when I was about 9, just picking around on the guitar. But yeah, I've been at it a while.
And the band business has become a family business now with your son Ronnie joining you on bass.
Mm-hmm.
And how's that dynamic work for you guys?
Man, it's one in a million. It's pretty good. Just being able to play with my dad each show, and it's a blessing, really.
Yeah.
Because not many people get to do that.
Yeah.
And me doing it shows everybody else that they can do that. So.
Was it just you as a youngster seeing him shred every weekend and wanting to do the same thing?
My sister, she sings too, but she doesn't have the passion like I have the passion in what I do.
Yeah.
But,
He got the guitar fever, didn't he?
yeah.
And you ended up with the bass.
Oh yeah.
Because you can't touch Bobby Edwards' guitar, man. And you guys have been playing, all over the place here in East Texas. You've been recognized for your hard work through the ETX Music Awards. All 3 of y'all were nominated individually, and the band as well as a collective unit. So tell me what it's like to see your name in those nomination lists, because it is all fan-supported as well.
Yeah. Landon, we'll let you get this one.
It's a good feeling to, we got so much support from all the fans and family, and it says a lot. And for everything that y'all do too,
Thank you.
That's a good.
Yeah.
It's
for sure.
Y'all really boosted live music,
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was really neat for us to see y'all's names mentioned so predominantly within the nominations, because you guys are well deserving for it. I know the 3 of y'all haven't been together as a unit for very long. Landon just came on board within a year.
I actually played with Bobby, and almost 10 years ago, Bobby Edwards Blues Band.
Yeah.
We had Frank, his brother, was on bass.
Yeah, we changed it up.
We played
quite a few
around
times.
for a couple of years during that little.
It's just something different about the blues, isn't there?
It is.
What do you think of as basically a lifelong blues artist? I mean, you've been doing it forever. It seems. so you've probably seen a lot of changes within the genre within, 20, 30, 40 years, whatever it is. Why is it so important for you to keep the blues sound going, Bobby?
Well, it's the connection you have with the music. Whatever you have in your daily life, whatever it may be, bills, problems, which everybody has them. But that's how I really got hooked up with it. It's you're playing what you feel, and there's a feeling there.
Right.
I don't know. It's just one of those things. You can relate to it, I guess. What I'm trying to say. But
as a musician, was there ever a design or a thought to step outside of blues as an artist?
Yeah, but I kind of go what's comfortable with me. In other words, you don't overstep your boundaries.
Right.
What you're good with, but I don't know. It's one of those things. I just since the first day when I was a kid and I first heard the blues, I thought, boy, I was hooked.
Yeah. I can imagine.
But
what I think is great too, man, is you have that wholesome blues sound in your voice. I mean, it takes you back to Chicago, or or even Memphis. I mean,
that's right.
They brought their instruments with them today, and we're going to introduce the first song here in a minute. But if you close your eyes, even though this is an original song, you would think this came out of, some Chicago speakeasy or something in the 1930s. So it's cool that you can kind of transpose that old style into the 21st century. And I commend you for doing that, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But you guys are going to play a song, the first one called Sitting at the Bus Stop. And tell us how this song got written and all that.
Well, as a cover band, we love covers, of course. Everybody does. They like their favorite songs. But we just kind of went to the drawing board and say, hey, what can we come up here with? And, like any song's made, you put this, take this away, and sounds good. Hey, it's time to write it.
Yeah. And this is definitely one of those songs that I was saying, both of the songs they're going to play here today are original music for them. Yeah. And they both have that old-timey sound here in the 21st century, which I think is just awesome, keeping the music alive in this day and age of technology and all that. But you guys check this out. It's live right here on the ETX Rocks Show. The song is called Sitting at the Bus Stop by the Bluez Boyz. Y'all check it out.
Too many women
back once again with Bobby, Ronnie, and Landon, the Bluez Boyz, all the way from Tyler, Texas. This is episode 242. You guys were just listening to Sitting at the Bus Stop by them. And, you mentioned being a cover band, and a lot of blues bands are cover bands because there's just so much material to choose from. And even a lot of the songs, even though they're cover songs, they may not be well-known songs.
Yeah, exactly.
So a lot of times you can even be original within those songs themselves. So how hard do you guys find it to write original material when you're playing cover tunes most of the time?
Well, when you listen to, Stevie, Vaughan, B.B. King, all these great musicians, it's a little intimidating.
Yeah, I can imagine.
When you try to write originals because you're like, wow, who's going to top those songs?
Right.
But, you pull energy and ideas from other artists. You don't want to steal their bag,
Of course, yeah.
but you can learn and create your own stuff with it. But yeah, it's very intimidating to try to write a tune. You're thinking, we're gonna give it a shot.
Especially here in East Texas, man. Some kings of blues came from this area.
Great.
We're talking
talent.
Freddie King,
Yes.
One of the legendary bluesmen came from this area. Gilmer, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
And so it's got to be pretty intimidating.
It is.
Because not only that, but you're trying to do a 4-hour show most of the time when you're playing these venues. So you want people to feel a flow, even though you're trying to fit in an original here and there. So you don't want there to be a massive difference between the music.
No, it's like I said, people, they, as far as cover songs, they like what they know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Something they heard on the radio when they was a kid or teenagers, what have you. So, we'll do a lot of covers and then we'll stick our original in there.
Yeah.
And just to mix it up, you know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, man, we all of us, we love what we do, and I hope it reaches people and you can feel it. Something you can feel. So, but as far as like you said, there's great talent, and just in East Texas alone. But,
yeah.
But what you were saying earlier, we get a lot of compliments on, keeping the blues real.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, we get that every show.
Yeah, I imagine here in this day and age, it's really difficult to stay within an identity when music changes so dynamically, so quickly. But one thing I'd love to ask Ronnie, being the youngest guy in the band, I can imagine your influences have to be a little bit different than the other two guys.
Oh yeah, I mean I like some, I like some of Johnny Lang, some stuff like that, and.
So even your influences are blues related.
Oh yeah, like Lost Lonely Boys, like that guitar.
Okay,
it's pretty good,
For sure.
And just the band's really tight. And when you hear stuff like that, I know I can be that good one day.
Yeah.
But it's going to take a whole lot of practice.
And a whole lot of hard work. That's right. I know that's right. I think the last time I saw you guys was at the Appleby Farm Fest last year.
Yeah, that's right.
And man, it's been too long. It's been, I guess, we just did the next Appleby Farm Fest, so it's been at least a year since I saw y'all. Well, no, we did see each other at the awards. Did you go to the awards this year?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So, no, I was wrong. I just lied to everybody out there. You guys need to still donate. The more you donate, the less I'll lie. I'll ask you the same question, Landon. Who are some of your influences and stuff like that?
Well, unfortunately, I wasn't a big blues guy. I mean,
he says unfortunately because he's
I'm an old country and 80s hair band type.
Oh, really?
I mean, 80s hair band's like.
Do those inflections make it into your music, even in a blues band? Do you think?
I mean. They do a lot of the showboating. I'll just keep the rhythm,
Keep the rhythm.
I've played for so
let
many
the showboating
years.
happen elsewhere.
And it's, I mean, I love blues, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that's not what I grew up on. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. And Bobby, I've known Bobby for years, and I just love his style, their attitudes. I mean, these
How long have y'all known each other?
We've known each other.
Oh man,
probably 15 years
at least. Yeah.
I mean, I worked with his brother, and I hounded him about playing drums, and he's like, we got a drummer. And he finally came up to me and said, you want to play drums with us? can you be ready Saturday night? And it was like Monday or Tuesday. I'm like, oh, okay, we got a gig. But
It's called fake it till you make it.
There you go. Yeah.
But
Bobby, how long have you been involved with music
Oh,
in
man.
one fashion or another?
Well, you know, like a lot of great artists, I grew up in church, you know, playing gospel music and bluesing it up too, you know,
Yeah.
in the church. You'd think it was a honky tonk. I had to put some B.B. King licks and, you know, just make it.
Just bringing the soul to Sunday morning,
Yeah,
right?
so, you know, I have to say for that, I grew up playing gospel, a lot of black gospel, you know, the rhythms and changes. But now, I remember when the first time I ever heard Stevie Vaughan, you know, I always listened to just old blues, you know, which is great, don't get me wrong. But when I first heard Stevie Vaughan, I was just blew away, man. I was like, what is this stuff? And
and you grew up in Texas too,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, Stevie Ray was right there at the
Yeah.
forefront for folks down here.
you know, just like anybody you ask that's blues fans, you know, you'd be here all day long naming artists.
Oh, of course,
Great
yeah.
artists.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I got hooked about 9 or 10. I picked up guitar, started learning, you know, basic chords and rhythms and stuff. And it's addictive,
Yeah.
you know.
I know how you feel. I'm not a musician. I just get to hang out with really cool musicians all the time.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And talk with them. And just that is addicting. You're just feeling the passion coming off of folks like y'all all the time. It's
Yeah.
truly an aphrodisiac.
It is.
It's a great feeling. Music is a great feeling, always.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's bad music, you know?
Yeah,
Bad music is better than a
Yeah.
good day of work.
There
I'm
you
just
have it.
saying.
No, but for me, you know, music is therapeutic as
Yeah.
far as even we used to years ago we would donate our time to old folks' homes, you know, and when they'd first get them out, they'd be all stiff and didn't want to move, but as soon as you crank the tunes up, they'd be moving, you know,
Yeah.
whether it be their legs or feet or what have you. So it is for me, it's therapeutic as far as a stress buster or anything like that. You have it, but it's just always been in my life, you know,
Yeah.
and it always will be. But
Yeah, it's cool, you know, because I've known about who you are for a long time. And a lot of folks around here know the name Bobby Edwards.
Oh, yeah.
You've built a really cool reputation for yourself, not only musically, but just as a person in general. And one thing that I do know about you, and I just said off camera, is you're typically a very reserved and quiet guy.
Yeah, I'm usually
So
pretty quiet.
are you a pretty introverted guy, would you say?
Yeah, at times. I don't know. It's usually I don't talk much. And Landon, sometimes he says I can't shut up. No, but yeah, every now and again, I guess. But
And we find that to be true for a lot of musicians.
It is.
They're usually within themselves a lot of times.
Yeah.
And their release is to just be on stage or have an
oh,
instrument in
and
their
there's,
hand.
there's nothing like it. I
Yeah.
mean, there's not. It's
Is that a feeling that all of y'all felt,
Yeah.
even
Oh,
as
man.
small kids? You know, just
It is, because Bobby and I, we've talked about it a lot. We're the exact same way. I mean, his heart's probably beating 90 to
Yeah,
nothing right
yeah.
in this interview in your
Yeah,
living
oh, yeah.
room.
Right.
That's just the way we are. We
Right.
don't like speaking.
I'm not gonna lie. I was a little apprehensive because I knew all three of you guys were pretty introverted.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we get on stage.
Yeah,
and it's like
it's a
we're in our
completely different
element.
dynamic.
I mean, people
Okay.
come up to us all the time like, "How can y'all act so crazy on stage?"
Mm-hmm.
But you won't talk. You know,
Yeah, it's just.
It's
one of
just a
those
different
things.
It's just-
persona.
we've been doing it for years. It's
It's
just-
turning the volume up on your personality is all it is,
Exactly, yeah.
because you're portraying an image to folks, and you want people to have a good time. And I think that's the biggest thing about being in the entertainment business.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, regardless of what arm or leg of the business you're in, whether it's cover band or original artist, doesn't matter. Your job is to make people go home happy
There you
at
go.
the end of the day. But yeah, man, I was like, oh man, I know all three of these guys are introverts. The extrovert is Christine, and she's not here.
Yeah.
She is very in your face, and I love that about her, by the way. Christine, that's not a knock on you. That's a compliment. I hope you know that. But yeah, she's just awesome. She's a big proponent in y'all's dynamic, and one of the best promoters in East Texas for sure.
For sure.
What does she do for you guys? Not just on a music level, but
man, she's my rock as far as, you know. I think when you first get married, you use your brain. She uses her brain, and after you're married, we just use her brain. No,
so that's how that works. Huh?
Yeah,
we're in trouble here.
She is a real trooper, I'll tell you. To put up with me, she needs several awards. But no, she manages the bands and gets the gigs. Sometimes I even forget we got a gig. Hey, we got to be there too. Okay, we'll be there.
I know she does all the promotional material, all the graphic art.
Everything. It's well, Landon. I don't want to leave Landon out. He does he does help us on that too, getting gigs.
We work
as a team. You know.
She and I are just hand in hand. I mean, what she doesn't come up with, I come up with.
Yeah.
But I don't, vice versa.
Good team.
Well, I mean, I could tell you one thing as an outsider and a fan of y'all's. When Landon came on board, it seemed like things got a little more serious for y'all.
Yeah.
As far as
it's just, I mean,
on a business side of things.
Christine's always had that drive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about her. She's always had that push and that drive. But I think these two knuckleheads, they just won't play. So, I mean, she needed somebody to get in there, and that's just I love doing that stuff. I just built a website, as a matter of fact, bluezboyz.com. It's up.
We'll get to that, for sure.
But just little things like that.
We just launched our website as well. That is hard work.
Yeah.
It's
really
a
lot
hard
to
work.
it. But, and I think that's all it is we all want it, but she's kind of their spokesperson. So she comes to me and says, hey, let's do that. And I go to her and we just put it together.
Yeah. And I think it's neat that y'all are a three-piece, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Our personalities, we just go together so good. You know, we really don't bump horns or anything. I mean,
It's just one of those things that, don't try to fix it if it ain't broke.
There you have it. Yeah. We really mix well, and
there's no egos. That's
no egos. I mean, we just have fun. That's the bottom line. You got to have fun doing it, and a lot of bands, you'll have different personalities, dominant or passive,
Yep.
But we all mix
We're all clowns.
really well. I mean,
Chemistry, I think, is the biggest dynamic in a band that you need to have success.
no doubt. Yeah.
No matter what your definition of success might be.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't have that chemistry, you're never ever going to be pulling the rope the same way.
That's right. Yeah.
We have a lot of folks in here that don't have that chemistry, and it's like, man, y'all better work on that.
Yeah, it will.
Because it will destroy you, and it'll destroy you quick without you even noticing.
Sure will.
You guys have a really cool, unique sound to who you guys are individually and collectively. When can fans out there expect some music from y'all?
Well, right now we're working on it. We're still writing. We want to come up with some awesome songs if it's possible. Like I say, you always keep in mind all these great artists out here. It's just inspiration. You pull inspiration, but yeah, we are working on it. And what we're going to do is, 5 or 6 songs, and then as we go, we're going to try to get in the studio, get it all together, and lay it down. But it is pretty expensive as far as recording wise. But
and we've actually been in some studios and done some recording, but
we have.
We just don't feel it's quality enough to stick it out there for
Yeah.
And you always want to put your best foot forward.
Absolutely.
As far as music,
Don't ever rush it either.
We don't.
No.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's
We
the
don't
key.
want to release it until
we
know it's ready.
So if we can feel it and it sounds good to us, it's going to sound good to the people that are listening. So we want our best to put down.
Do you, as a blues band, do you feel like the genre has changed over time?
Oh,
how different is modern blues compared to the forefathers that we were talking about earlier?
Man, it's really changed as far as the sky's the limit on as far as chord changes, lead, and Texas blues. It's a little more rockier.
Yeah.
Right? Jimi Hendrix, Stevie, Vaughan, King Wayne Shepherd, all these other artists. But and which is great.
Yeah.
But I've always liked those Chicago, Jimmy Reed, Buddy Guy, and all these places. But it has changed. And
do you feel it's important as an artist to mix all of that, or do you just try to stay within your own?
Well, it depends on what's going good for you.
Yeah.
In other words, you don't want to get too ahead of yourself.
Bobby's,
you know what I mean? So,
Bobby's great with the crowd too.
Yeah.
If we've got a younger, high energy crowd, he's gonna pull out more Stevie
Yeah.
Vaughan-ish type.
Yeah.
But if we got older people that are really feeling the blues, he breaks into the. I mean,
How quick do you typically notice that? Like what kind of crowd it is?
Well, as far as younger people, you know, they like to rock and have a good time,
Yeah.
party on, you know. So if we try to judge our audience, if it's older, younger, or middle-aged, whatever, we try to play something that, you know, gets them going.
Yeah.
Usually
other
about
words.
after the first or second song, if you don't see anything,
Yeah.
you're not into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know,
That's what I was kind of going for. Like if you're just into your first song, your second song, I mean, are you already as a group, are you gauging
Oh
your
yeah,
audience reaction already?
we feel
Yeah. It's definitely, you know, you can tell right out of the gate, you know, how it's going to mix, or
Yeah.
in other words, you know what to pull from by seeing your audience.
Right.
And
In
we
other words,
keep
if they're
we keep
younger.
some classic rock and country and
Yeah,
stuff like
we-
that
we try to put a
in the
little-
side,
Yeah.
you know.
In the
If we
in
need to
reserve.
wait, shake it around.
How much conversation is there amongst y'all on stage about that kind of stuff? You know, like, that one didn't go over quite well. Let's try this one instead.
Yeah, we always.
Well, we usually follow Bobby's lead. He can read
Yeah.
them good usually. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's and you know, you have younger people that love old country, and then you have old people like new country, or you know, whatever it
Yeah.
may be, rock and roll, or we throw a little bit of everything in there
Yeah.
sometimes.
I mean, if Bobby starts out on some old gritty blues
Mm-hmm.
and then turns to us and wants to play some Hank Williams Jr. or something, then
Yeah.
we know.
Nice.
I mean, not Hank Williams Jr., but some
Hank
old Hank.
Williams
You know,
Sr.,
then we
yeah.
know he's trying to step.
Yeah,
it
we'll
up a
take
little
Hank
bit.
Williams and we'd put a little hot sauce on it, speed it up, add a little.
I said Junior. We might play some.
Put a little hot
Yeah,
sauce on it.
yeah,
I love it.
We always tell them that we're gonna pour some hot sauce if you stay still long enough. We're gonna pour some hot sauce on it. But no, we'll take Hank Williams and we'll spice it up. Which, you know, there's nothing wrong with Hank Williams,
Of course not.
but we add a little more faster beat to it and a little more, you know, tunes and.
I mean,
them going.
our goal is to go in. Our strong point's blues, obvious.
Yeah.
So I mean, our goal is to go in and play blues. But if he reads the crowd and they're, we need to bring more than we start. That's
Yeah.
just kind of the way we do it.
Yeah, because the
So-
crowd they like to feel connected with you because it's part of them.
Well, that's why they go to begin with. They want to
Exactly.
feel a connection to the
So
music.
you always want to connect with your audience if it's possible. If you're playing the wrong tune, you'll know it real quick.
Yeah, you know, real quick.
Yeah.
No, but
I've seen that go over.
We've been
and it
really
doesn't
bro- you
work
know,
well sometimes.
we've been really blessed as far as people liking us. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody's been really nice.
And I mean, they went out in droves, voted for you guys last year.
Exactly, and we
And
appreciate it.
I'm sure they're doing the same thing this year, voting just
Sure,
strong.
sure. And we want to thank you guys too. Y'all doing an amazing,
Thank
great
you.
job.
Thank you. Ronnie, I got to ask you a question
What's
because
going on?
you're just too quiet over there.
Yeah.
So, again, I have to point out he is the youngest guy, but you're also a dad as well.
Yeah, I've got a boy and a girl, and I mean it's going pretty good.
Well, as a younger guy, how hard do you find it balancing the family situation with, playing music on the weekends?
It's not easy.
Yeah.
There's a job. There ain't no application before you get the job. So,
Right.
I mean, there is, but you gotta have a pair of glasses, and I didn't have none before.
You ever see that fine print?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of support, and with my babies, and I'll be at the house playing music or whatever, and they just feel it like I feel it, and they're always moving around, dancing, at young ages, and if I can pass something on like that.
I was just going to ask you how important it was to you as a second generation
Oh,
musician to pass it on to the kids.
If you don't want to, I don't think there's a choice. But
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they really don't have a choice when you're playing it. My dad was a musician, and
That's his third generation.
third
Wow.
musician. And man, we'd have to go to school the next day, and we'd hear music 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
So we'd have that tune in our head. But no, Ronnie's making me an old man having all these grandbabies, and so I get to spend time with the grandbabies, and man, it is awesome. It really is. But I get them dirty and feed them candy, and then send them back home with him.
You seem like you're a really proud guy, though, too.
I am.
So,
I am.
I mean, I imagine when Ronnie first started playing and
Oh yeah.
joined the band, that had to be a hell of a moment for you.
Yeah, I would set him when Ronnie was, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old. I'd set him in my lap and let him strum on the strings, hold the pick, you know.
I think I was standing. I don't think I sat in your lap.
And, well, yeah. Exactly.
I mean,
No, but Stevie Vaughan and Jimi Vaughan, years ago, they would play sometimes the same guitar or a double neck guitar.
Yeah.
So I thought, man, that'd be cool if me and Ronnie could try that. So one day we got on the same guitar and he'd get high and I'd get low and we pulled it off. you know.
Wow.
yeah.
But every now and again we'll do that, which his hands has got a lot bigger now. They used to be smaller. But we can't really work it like we used to. But yeah, Ronnie, he's a good son and great musician. And I told him he's got to pass the old man up one of these days.
It was just really, as a fan of y'all's, and I have been for a while, you know that.
I appreciate it.
It was just so cool to see y'all's names, individually, not just as a full band.
Yeah, sure.
To see y'all recognized for your individual instrument. I think that is the hardest thing to accomplish within our awards dynamic.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of times people will know the name of the band, but not know the name of the musicians.
Right.
As a fan. So it's really nice to see that people know who y'all are as individuals to the point where they're voting for y'all. So
Yeah, hey, we appreciate it. It's
maybe we'll have to get you guys up on the stage this year.
that would be awesome.
Play some blues for our audience out
Sure.
there.
That'd be amazing.
Nathan, if you're watching, that's what we're going to do this year.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we've been sitting here with the Bluez Boyz all the way from Tyler, Texas. This is episode 252. Guys, we're going to be right back after this message from an independent artist.
Hey guys, we're Blacktop Mojo, and thank you for tuning in to ETX Rocks.
All right, so we are back, and if you guys have been tuned into the show before, first of all, we want to thank you very much for watching again. But you know that we like to play a game on the show just to have a little bit of fun with our artists. We always say it's all about the music, the stories, and the laughs. So we've already had the music, we've already told some stories. Now we're going to try to get these guys to laugh, and we'll see if it works or not. But usually we play What the Heck, but I'm feeling a little different vibe from these guys. So we're going to play Rapid Fire today. And the way Rapid Fire works, guys, is I'm going to ask 10 questions. Some of these might be in a would you rather situation, you have to choose one or the other. Some might be a little bit deeper. But you have 90 seconds to answer these questions, or something bad's going to happen to y'all. So you might want to be fast. And so today's punishment is if you guys don't answer these 10 questions in 90 seconds, it's going to be tough because there's 3 of y'all. Then the ghost of B.B. King is going to come and take your talent. So be quick. Are y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. And we're off to a good start. They're already laughing. All right, so this is Rapid Fire with the Bluez Boyz. All right, number 1 might be hard because you've mentioned both of these guys already. Number 1, Jimi Hendrix or Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Jimi Hendrix.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
All right. Number 2, would you rather be invisible or have the ability to fly?
Invisible.
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 Really? Okay, nobody wants to fly. Number 3, who's your favorite independent artist?
Derek Trucks.
Okay,
John Mayer.
nice.
Let me go with Journey. I told you I'm a rocker.
Okay. Well, see, some of those artists have been signed before, but they're technically all independent now.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, very cool. All right, number 4? 3?
4.
All right, number 4. Would you rather pass gas every time you hit a music note or stutter when you sing?
Pass gas.
Pass gas.
Pass gas.
Wow, I'm surprised the drummer answered that
I'm
way.
in the back.
Yeah, because you're going to be getting all their gas every time they play a note of music. That would probably make you stutter. I'm just saying.
Sure would.
All right, number 5. Would you rather forget who you were? Would you rather forget who you are or forget who everybody else is?
Forget who everybody says, I guess.
Forget who I am.
All right.
Forget who I am.
All right, cool. All right, number 6. Would you rather fight 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
One horse size.
Yeah, one horse.
Yeah, I can imagine little horses would probably whip up on all of us. 100 is a lot of something, and no matter what it is. All right, number 7. Would you rather start every sentence with the words, "Hey, idiot," or would you rather end every sentence with, "Haha, I was only kidding"?
Ha, I was only kidding.
Hey, it is.
Haha, I'm a kid.
I challenge anybody to try to do that for one whole day. Either one of them, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just don't do the hey idiot one around strangers, I would say. All right, number 7. Would you rather write a song about Taylor Swift or have Taylor Swift write a song about you?
Write a song about me.
Yeah, write a song about me.
I'd write a song about her.
That would be awesome. My song title would be Taylor Shut Up.
Yeah.
All right, number 8. This might be a good one. Would you rather make an old classic band be current today, or would you rather send a current band back to the
I'd
to
send
the
the
old
current
days?
band back.
Send them back.
Yeah, send them back.
Who would it be?
Well,
This is not part of the 90 seconds.
I always like Boston. Send Boston back.
He's trying to send me back to the past, guys.
I'm
That's
just
messed up,
I'm
man.
just messing with you.
Wow. I thought we were friends, Bobby.
He said, "What's all this stuff, man?"
All right, number 9. Name one superpower you would like to have that would be completely useless in a dangerous situation. And you can just make up a superpower if you want.
Shoot.
Go ahead.
Having hair all over my body.
All right.
So having excellent hearing, I guess. I don't know.
Being able to smell their gas without stuttering.
Oh boy,
Yes.
that'd be it.
Yes, Landon's going to win. All right. Number 9. All right. This might be a good one for Ronnie. I'm curious which one he'll choose because he's got small children. All right. Number 9. Would you rather listen to elevator music all day long, or would you rather listen to the soundtrack to Frozen all day long?
Oh, God.
Let it go. Let it go.
It'd have to be the alien.
Yeah. Oh man.
Did you pick elevator?
Yeah.
I figured you would.
Yeah.
All right. Answers from the other two?
Elevator music.
I can't see Bobby Edwards jamming to Do You Want to Build a Snowman?
Yeah, exactly.
But if you ever cover that song, man, I will be there. I'll film it. I just want to hear the guitar solo.
Exactly. It'd be interesting, I can tell you.
All right, number 10. Would you rather go on a cruise with your worst enemy, or would you rather go dumpster diving with your best friend?
Dumpster diving.
Dumpster dive.
Dumpster diving.
See, everybody answers it that way. I wouldn't have it that easy. I'd be like, because a cruise ship's pretty big,
Yeah.
you know? And that doesn't mean my best friend can't buy her own or his own set of tickets, too.
Well, there you go.
You know? I always think of stuff like that. But anyway, that was Rapid Fire with the Bluez Boyz. You guys still feel talented?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, we're sitting here with the Bluez Boyz. You guys are going to play us another song, another original song. So tell us a little bit about this one.
Landon, we'll let you talk about it.
Hey, you wrote it.
No, it's just, what is the one we're doing?
Lost my baby.
Lost my
found
baby.
it.
Lost my baby, found it. Yeah, that's it. It's probably every man's nightmare as far as losing their main squeeze, their wife, for a little while. Losing your baby and finding the blues, you'll find it real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of goes around on that as far as not wanting to lose your wife or your woman. And
I think it's also cool that it kind of encompasses music therapy too.
oh yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Because a lot of times when things are going wrong in your life, music pulls you out of it.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
Real
It's-
quick in a
it's-
hurry.
You know, yeah, I know it's done wonders for me, just in myself. But I don't know what you guys.
It did a lot for me.
So hopefully in the future we'll get that Do You Build a Snowman
Yeah.
guitar solo. I think that would go viral.
Yeah, it sure would.
Yeah, you just never know. But guys, this is Lost My Baby, Found the Blues Only here on the ETX Rock Show. It's the one and only Bluez Boyz in the house. Y'all check it out.
Lost my baby. Lord, I found the blues. Lost my baby. Lord, I found the blues. All these heartaches and trouble, Lord, what do I do? Money, money, honey. Money, money, honey. Money, money, honey. Money, money, honey. They say the blues down in Texas. Little girl, I'm gonna get me some. Call your mama long distance. Tell her to come get your thing. Call your mama long distance. Tell her to come get your thing. You can call your brother too, lady. Tell me I'm the same old thing.
All right, so we are back. That was Lost My Baby, Found the Blues by the Bluez Boyz. And guys, man, thank you so much for taking the time and effort to come see us today.
It's our pleasure.
Where can folks follow along with everything you guys got going on?
Landon, I'll let you take care of
Well, we've got a brand new website. We're still tweaking it, so if you go there now,
Under construction.
yeah, bluezboys.com. But we've been using the Facebook page, and we've got almost, I think, close to 1,400 likes and followers on that. And that's, if you go to facebook.com, it's bluezboys73.
Okay.
We do have an Instagram and Twitter, but we're not. I don't think anybody really updates that much.
It's like a ghost town over there.
Yeah,
right?
it's kind of like a ghost town.
Yeah.
We got Facebook and
I
Website.
always forget to post stuff on there. You know,
But that's the main thing.
Yeah.
and I have to reiterate out there, it's Bluez Boyz with Z's at the
Yes,
end.
Z's.
It's BLUEZ, and we will link that in the description down below for you folks out there. Just click on the link. It's bluezboyz.com, and you can check out all the changes and stuff that Landon
And
is working.
there's links on the website. If they go to the website, they can go straight to
Go
Facebook.
straight to the social media
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And you have all your tour information and stuff
Yes,
on
we
there as
have a
well.
schedule on that and pictures and up-to-date videos and all
Very
that on
cool.
there.
And so if there's venues out there watching, if you are, thank you, and they'd like to book you guys for a show, where would you send them for that?
And that's another thing too. I've made a page on the website. If they go to, not only can venues go visit it, but we've also got on our schedule page, we're attaching links to everybody that books us.
Awesome.
So if you go on there, there's
So you're
all these
promoting the
venues.
places that you
We're
play.
promoting
Yeah.
everybody that's going to book us, so our fans can click on there and see what their venue's all
Awesome.
about. So
Yeah.
Very, very thoughtful. Yeah, that's
we'll
a
have to
smart
put the
idea.
East Texas. We'll have to put your
ETX
link on there
Rocks, we'd
too,
love
because
that.
y'all
Yeah,
are big
absolutely.
supporters. So.
And so it's bluezboyz.com. You can go there to link up with everything else, even the Twitter and Instagram ghost towns they got going on.
Yeah.
Maybe comment down below and tell them to get on the ball for those two.
And there's
platforms.
links too that go straight to Christine, which
Okay.
is Bobby's wife,
Right,
her manager, and also mine. Back her
Okay.
up if they don't get a hold of
Awesome.
her or whatever.
So that's how you can book them. That's where you can follow. And I'll say it again. I say it on every show. You guys don't know how much it supports an artist just by hitting the like or follow button on their social media. You saw Landon mention they have almost 1,400 Facebook likes and follows. That's one of the biggest likes in East Texas, I do believe, as well. You guys have quite a following here in East Texas,
Yeah, we want
and
to thank
very
the
well
fans.
deserved for sure. So I would implore everybody out there to like the Facebook page. You can find them at Bluez Boyz on there, and bluezboyz.com as well. That's very important that you guys go check that out. Support the artists, support the music. It's very, very important. So once again, we want to thank the Bluez Boyz, Bobby, Ronnie, and Landon for stopping by the ETX Rocks set today, a.k.a. our living room. I don't know why I say that. I just think it's cool that we get to do all of this right here from our home. And I definitely appreciate you guys stopping by today. And it won't be the last time, I'm sure. And I would definitely implore you guys out there, if you're looking for a live music band, check these guys out. They come to your neighborhood if you're in the East Texas area. They play all over the place. And one of the most high energy bands in East Texas, I think. And very, very cool blues sound as well. If you're tuned into us for the first time, we want to thank you guys for watching. If you want to follow along with our journey, we're located on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're located at ETX Rocks. We also have a brand new webpage that just launched this past week. You can find that at www.etxrocks.show. Very cool domain there. And you're going to find over 10,000 hours of content on there, including full-length episodes, live music, all kinds of other stuff going on there. And we might even have a blooper section coming up. Just never know. I was telling these guys out on the porch that I don't throw anything away, so I might just have to put a blooper tab on there. I think that might be fun.
Yeah.
And the very cool thing about our webpage is every single live performance that's ever been played on the show is in a playlist on there. So you guys can filter through and listen to some live music while you're visiting with us on there. Definitely want to thank you guys for that. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. That helps us more than anything else you guys can do for us out there. Just by hitting that subscription button, it helps raise us up in YouTube's algorithms and helping us get more videos in recommended and suggested video areas of YouTube. And that means more exposure for bands like the Bluez Boyz and all the other wonderful artists that we get to talk to here on the show. As you guys also know, we are completely self-funded on this show. So if you guys would like to help support us financially, you can do so at www.paypal.me/ETX Rocks. And we'll take American dollars, Egyptian pounds, Polish zloty, No. Why did I say American? I wanted to say English. Oh, euros. We'll take euros. Latvia won't take euros, but we will. Did you know that? Latvia won't take euros.
No,
Yeah. I guess it's the Russian in them. That was a Russia joke for you folks out there in St. Petersburg. My bad. Anyways, things we won't take is pesos, Bitcoin, ruples from the game Zelda, and bullion from the game Diablo. I have enough of that stuff. But we will take American dollars, Egyptian pounds, Polish zloty, and Robert De Niro. That was a Hollywood joke.
Yeah.
De Niro is something that is slang for money. So I always thought that was funny.
Yeah.
If you guys hate my dad jokes, don't comment below. As we always say on this show, we want to thank you guys out there for always supporting live music of all genres and all styles. And don't ever forget,
ETX
Rocks.
It's cheesy.
From the unknown to the stars, from the couch to the car, from the unheralded and the unheard, to the legends and beyond, it's where we all belong. Yes, this is where it all starts. From every genre, from every plane, this is where the music's played. So tune right in, won't you bring a friend? This is where it all begins. Welcome to the show, let the music flow of every style and creed. And you can bet your socks that ETX rocks, ETX rocks.